On Fuerteventura, there are no mountain forests to be watered by the trade winds. Life here must withstand heat and drought. The cream-colored courser prefers running to flying. This graceful bird scans its surroundings for danger in an upright position, stretching its neck as high as it can. With its sand-colored plumage, it's almost invisible in the rocky scree. These birds lay their eggs in open terrain. The mother's soft plumage is their only protection in the harsh, stony desert. Cream-colored coursers are shy, quiet birds. But mothers encourage their unborn chicks with delicate, high-pitched calls. Soon, the offspring will reply. But first, they must survive the most perilous period. Brown-necked ravens settle on an old volcanic cone. There's little to hunt in this landscape, but during the breeding season, the ravens target eggs and helpless chicks. The stone curlew does everything slowly to avoid drawing attention to itself. The brown-necked ravens continue to patrol the skies. When the courser feels threatened, it hunkers down, relying on its natural camouflage. Brooding mothers only move at the last possible moment to draw the ravens away from their eggs. But ravens are intelligent birds. They spot the slightest change in the surrounding landscape. Birds' eggs are easy prey. This time, the mother wasn't careful enough. She must watch as her brood is destroyed. For the others, the struggle for survival continues. This female is more fortunate. Her eggs have remained undiscovered so far. After 3 long weeks, the eggs will soon hatch. A winter storm has gathered in the North Atlantic. Now it sweeps the islands. Hurricanes whip the water into a frenzy. Temperatures drop below zero. A blizzard follows. Unheard of weather for the Canaries. The snow falls for days. Masses of cold air collide with the flanks of the high volcanoes. The fire mountains become a sea of white. Lower down, water cascades from the heights. The forest that usually survives on moisture from the clouds soaks up the excess water like a sponge. The colorful blossoms of the canary shrub mallow are bright spots in the monotonous green of the winter forest. There's a reason the plant has picked the winter to bloom. Its blossom attracts migrant birds. These plants have adapted to the pollinating birds. The chiffchaff is after the sweet nectar. As it reaches in, its head touches the plant's stamens, shaking the pollen loose, which it transfers to the next blossom. After days, the storm finally moves on. Temperatures rise rapidly. The snow will soon vanish, but for a while El Teide shows a very unfamiliar face. On Fuerteventura, too, the storm is over. The first cream-colored courser has hatched from its egg, wet, blind, and completely helpless. This young bird can't survive without its mother's warmth. But it'll have to leave the nest in just a few hours. The mother must now pay close attention to the brood. The second chick will hatch at any moment. These stone curlews hatched at dawn. They're still a little unsteady. Their only protection is the camouflage of their mottled plumage. A raven is particularly keen on freshly hatched chicks. It's watching for telltale movements. Meanwhile, the courser chick's feathers have dried. The young bird is determined to explore its surroundings. The parents are now especially attentive, surveying the landscape. The second chick emerges from its egg. This is a critical moment. The mother immediately removes the bright eggshell. It mustn't attract the attention of the raven. It's early morning, and the stone curlews begin to coax their young out of the nest. They're barely able to stand, but it's time to explore. Step by unsteady step, the freshly hatched chicks make their way over the stony ground. With one just 4 hours old, the courser chicks are also starting on their first journey.